Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. Errol Spence Jr. is looking to duck and avoid Terence Bud Crawford for a second time, and let's just dig right into it. Errol Spence Jr. has recently done an interview where he came out and stated, and I believe he did this with Pheno Boxing, where he came out and stated that he wants Manny Pacquiao next. Then he's done another video with Fight Hub TV, again declaring his ambitions to fight Manny Pacquiao next after Mikey Garcia, basically stating that if he were to get past Mikey Garcia, he would like to fight Manny Pacquiao next. Now, you have to understand that normally I wouldn't have a problem with this. If he would like to fight Manny Pacquiao next, I'm like, okay, that's an interesting fight. But the issue that I have with this is I have to be unbiased. I have to be real and I have to be honest. And I don't care about what fanboys think. I have to be the truth. And so if we're going to be the truth, we have to spit the truth. We have to give you the truth and we have to give you the facts. So here's the facts. Errol Spence Jr.'s motto is strap season and man down. So if you're about belts and your strap season, that's your motto. I didn't choose that for you. You chose that for yourself. It's on your hats. It's on your t-shirts. It's strap season and man down. So if strap season is what you represent, is what you're after, is what you're doing, and you're trying to unify titles, then explain something to me, because I'm a little bit curious. Why are you fighting Mikey Garcia when you had an opportunity to fight Terence Crawford, but you avoided him the first time? Explain that. Then let's say I give you a pass for that. You fight Mikey Garcia in the first fight, a guy who's 2 divisions lower than you, who you didn't, who you took the fight. You didn't have to take the fight because it's the type of fight that you have nothing to gain from. What do you actually gain from fighting Mikey Garcia? Because you say, oh, you want a bigger payday, you want a bigger reputation. But you also have to look at it like this. Mikey Garcia is moving up 2 weight divisions. Why didn't Errol Spence Jr. move up a weight division and fight Jared Swift Hurd? That would have, and if he would, imagine this. Errol Spence Jr. moves up a weight division, captures 154 belt, has a 147 belt, and tries to unify both divisions. Man, that would make him a star. But no, that's not what he's looking to do. He's looking to fight a guy moving up 2 weight divisions, and then after that fight another guy who's a small welterweight, Manny Pacquiao, but who's much older and advanced in his career. See, what Errol Spence Jr. is trying to do is abundantly clear. He's trying to cherry pick his way to the top. Understand what I'm saying? He's trying to cherry pick his way to the top and be a huge cash cow. So if you look at what he's doing, it's reminiscent as to what Gervonta Tank Davis is doing. So this may be what all PBC fighters are doing, is they're trying to cherry pick their way to getting to the top, to trying to be a huge pay-per-view star. So I guess it was right when Floyd Mayweather said, we're not looking for Errol Spence Jr. to fight Terence Crawford. And all the, Errol Spence Jr. Fanboys came out and said, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has no part in Errol Spence Jr.'s career, but yet he's speaking for his career. And if you notice, the same moves that are being made for Tank Davis are starting to be made for Errol Spence Jr. These guys are fighting opponents who are way smaller than him. Mikey Garcia, he's looking to fight a smaller, Manny Pacquiao. Same thing with Tank Davis, fighting guys who are much smaller than him, moving up in weight. So if this is what we're looking at and we're being honest and unbiased, we see why Errol Spence Jr. is ducking and avoiding Terence Crawford, and we see why he's not mentioning his name for a fight in 2019. He's eager to call out Keith Thurman. He's still talking about Keith Thurman. Stop talking about Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman does not want to fight you. So why are you calling him out constantly? Why are you still saying, oh, he needs more tune-ups? But yet you keep, neglecting to mention that Terence Crawford is sitting right across the street, and you could take that fight any day, because there's a lot to gain from a Terence Crawford fight. Let's look at what you can gain from a Terence Crawford fight. You could actually live up to your motto in strap season. You could potentially unify the division with another belt, and if you could beat Terence Crawford, another thing you could do is you would also have a huge name and brand at that point, because you have to understand that you're going to get more credit for a Terence Crawford win than you would a Mikey Garcia win, a Manny Pacquiao win, a Keith Thurman win. Everyone wants to see that fight for a reason, because they believe Terence Crawford is the best welterweight in the division and on the planet. Then you say you're looking for big paydays. This is what people will say, the fanboys. He just wants a big payday. He's not going to get enough for Terence Crawford fight. Okay, well, let's look at it like this. Terence Crawford offered over $5 million to $8 million to Amir Khan. Imagine what Errol Spence Jr. would bring to the table. Another welterweight who has a world title, who's undefeated, who's just as big as name, you know, not quite as big as Terence Crawford, but has a lot of hype and fanboys behind him. Imagine how big that fight would be right now, right after Mikey Garcia, using that momentum. That would be huge. He'd make a ton of money. And I'm sure that would be just another massive pay-per-view. And since it would be two guys fighting for belts in their prime to unify the titles, I think that would be a huge pay-per-view. And it could be a joint pay-per-view because we've seen Top Rank and PBC work together before. We've seen Manny and Floyd made, because it's ultimately up to when these guys want the fights to get made. It all makes sense why Errol Spence Jr. is avoiding Terence Crawford and preparing to duck him a second time. But when he does, make sure you understand that you heard it here first. Honest and unbiased as always. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.